Okay, hello, welcome to today's stream. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm a bit out of it. I've just been running around the whole day. Hi, Sue. Vacation, before vacation, you have this time when you're preparing for vacation, and sometimes I just wonder why you have to do that. Because that's so exhausting. I have been outside my house so much. That's why I couldn't even stream on Thursday, because I had to get out of the house for a while because I had some work to take care of, and it's just it's so constant. It's just constant. Even tomorrow I have to go out, and Sunday I have my flight. It's like, good God, can I just stay in bed? Why are vacations more tiring than your actual day-to-day life? Because I know, like, my idea of a vacation is like staying in bed, relaxing, eating good food and just unwinding, right? But for my family, their idea of a vacation is, let's go out every day, let's hit as many tourist spots as we can I can't take it. I remember, like, the last time I went on vacation with my family, we ended up on this weird island tour sort of a thing. It was freaking hot, and I got sunburned, and it was just horrible all around, because it's like all the islands look the same. The only thing you can do on these islands, right? You go there, and the only thing you can do is swim, because they don't even have any other like water sports. You go to the island, there's a beach there, and there's like one shop, because it's like a small as fuck island, and the only thing you can do is swim. And here's the thing, I can't swim. So I just had to sit there on the beach watching people have fun and getting sunburned, because I couldn't get like this one part of my shoulder. So by the time I realized that that part of my shoulder didn't have sunscreen on it, yeah, it was too late. I don't like vacations, man. They tire me out. And it's mostly because the people that I am vacationing with are people who just enjoy like going out and seeing things. I just want to stay in bed, but nobody seems to get that. Yeah. So usually, like, I go on vacation, then I like need a vacation just to kind of get over the vacation part. It's not great. Yeah. I'm a mix of both. I like going out and sleeping places, but I also like staying and sleep. And seeing places, but I also like staying and sleep. Yeah. I mean, yeah, of course, I don't mind going out, right? But there has to be a limit. You can't just make a plan like, okay, we have from 9 a.m. till 10 p.m, right? So let's hit a new tourist spot every 2 hours. Like, that's exhausting. Especially because, like, with my family, they'll have like a tour guide or something, and these guides obviously will try to add in as many spots as they can in one go. So yeah. Oh yeah, no, I get tired fast. Yeah, exactly. And also on top of that, I have motion sickness, right? I have motion sickness. So all this traveling around, it just makes me sick. And I know people are like, just take a medicine, just do this, just do that. But firstly, medication doesn't work for me. The whole time I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Sometimes I do, which not great. And then they're just like, oh, on the car ride, just sleep. But the thing is, sleeping doesn't really help, because when I wake up from the sleeping, I still feel sick. So the whole time when I'm at this vacation spot, I am sick. It's not enjoyable. I just have to make so many preparations as well. So here's the thing. I'm not the biggest fan of things like waxing, because it's painful as fuck, right? It hurts so much. I'm too lazy to shave. So most of the time, I just let my hair grow. I'm like, I don't care. But then when I have to go out with my family, they're like, no, you can't have that. So I have to spend time taking care of that. And that's exhausting as well. That's what I was doing just like half an hour ago. It tires me out, man. I'm one human being. I shave half a leg and I'm like, okay, I'm done. I'm tapping out. I can't do this anymore. But unfortunately, I have to do it all at once. It's exhausting. Vacations are exhausting. How do people enjoy this shit? I don't get it. I remember one time I went out with my family and we were staying at this hotel, and the hotel was beautiful. So we had breakfast in our package. There was like a pool, they had amazing food, they had a bar with happy hour, like every day. I was like, why can't we just stay in? This looks great. Why are we going outside? Because when you go outside, then you have to like look for a place to eat. So because my family is vegetarian, so when you're outside, you have to look for a place to eat that serves vegetarian food, or at least vegan food, because again, their definition of vegetarian is very different from our definition of vegetarian. So yeah, I haven't shaved my legs for 2 years, not getting as freed. I know, right? Like, I like my natural fur. Sue me. Just like, why do I need to take care of this? I'm just gonna be wearing pants the whole time. No, you just have to. It's just like any reason to inflict pain, I guess. This is gonna be a weird stream and probably a short one, because I just wanted to do something like before I went on vacation, like on Sunday. So I'll be gone from the 25th till the 3rd, and even after I come back on the 3rd, I will have to kind of just take a while to myself and kind of figure out exactly what my plans will be stream wise. So yeah, like 25th to 3rd is definitely I won't be around. After that, we'll have to see. I did prep some stuff, but good god, I got tired of that very soon. It's just so much work. Yeah, but yeah, so I just wanted to do a stream where we just sit and talk. Like, I could have played like HSR or something, but I was like, nah, let's just hang out. Let's just do some like we did for the writing stream, just sitting and just talking about the most random shit. It's fun, kind of, not really. So yeah. Man, I mean, I know like this time I'm going on vacation with my cousins, and they are relatively more chill than my parents and my sibling. But like, my cousin loves going out. She loves the beach. She loves going to restaurants. Here's the thing, I love going to restaurants. I love food. I love food. But the problem with these people is they don't pick restaurants based on the food. They pick restaurants based on their aesthetics. So like a place where they can, click good pictures. And usually when a restaurant is aesthetically pleasing, the food is subpar. I don't enjoy that. Because if you're gonna feed me subpar food, I am gonna be pissed. because the thing with these aesthetically pleasing restaurants, at least where I live, is that they're pretty to look at, and they have like these designs you've never seen before or would have considered. But then the issue here is that the food is not great, and it's also very expensive. Like, I would not pay that much for a dish that tastes like that. Like, just saying. But yeah, that never feels like a good idea. At least look at the food. Yeah, I know, right? I look at the food. Like, if a restaurant doesn't have good reviews online, I ain't going there. But yeah, these people are more about, oh, it looks so pretty though. I went to this place, like it was supposed to be like a cafe-ish, and they had like a rooftop area, and overlooking, if you get a seat by, so it's like if you get a seat by the balcony, it's like kind of overlooking this river, so it's like a pretty view. But here's the issue. Firstly, it's crowded as fuck. We made a reservation. They did not write down a reservation properly, so we did not get the balcony seat. And so they did this thing, like on the rooftop, they put down some sand, and they put lots and lots of pebbles on top of that. And then they put down the chairs. And the issue here is, like, while it looks kind of aesthetic, I don't know, it didn't really look that aesthetic to me, but it might look like, in thought it might seem nice, but the problem with having pebbles and like so many of them is you can't pull the chair back, you can't move the furniture. It's very difficult to do, and the chairs were heavy as hell, so you couldn't even just like pick it up. Like, you had to drag it, and even like the restaurant, like the people who worked there struggled to move the chairs. I was like, wow, this is ingenious, like very, very smart, very smart. And like, they did such poor planning, because all the seats were like just smooshed together, because the rooftop wasn't that big for them. So they had like 3 seats near the balcony, and all of them were like these tiny tables with 4 chairs, and it couldn't fit 4 people, so everyone was just like kind of squished together. There was just no space whatsoever, and I was like, yeah, this is really smart. Like, you guys are just, I don't know who designed this, but this is architecture 101. Like, this is the kind of like, even I couldn't design my Genshin, like the Genshin game where we had to design a pathway. Even I couldn't do it better than this. It was just amazing. What do I know? At least they got, oh wait, no, they didn't get pictures, because again, we didn't get the balcony seat because everyone was already crowded over there, and I was like, oh great, this is fun. Then like, for a friend's birthday, we went to a place again. I mean, it wasn't a bad place. It was like, at least decor wise, it was good, it was comfortable. But again, I don't know why restaurants do this thing where they have like a digital menu. They'll be like, oh, just scan the QR code and you'll get the menu. But this place had the weirdest system. So you scan the QR code, and then it takes you to a WhatsApp number. Then you go to the About section on that number, and there are 2 links provided there. One of those links is the menu. It's like, but why? If I am at your restaurant, why would I want the WhatsApp number? Why don't you make the QR code the menu directly? And even with the menu, the site that I was hosted on was so glitchy, you couldn't scroll down properly. You had to keep on refreshing the page. So, I mean, I know the whole idea of online menu is like to save paper and all of that, but yeah, just hand me the physical one. Just do it, man. You're just pissing me off now. What's the whole point? Scan it. Go to the WhatsApp number. Go to the About section. Find the link. And even with the link, they haven't properly clarified which link is for what. So you have to just guess which link is the one. Too many steps exactly. God. And the food was nah. I didn't vibe with it at all. It was okay. But then again, we barely ate, we just drank. We was like, okay, you're not gonna give me good food, I might as well just get drunk. I don't know, man. Because see, when you're drunk, even the worst food will taste amazing. When you're drunk, all of that just does not matter. Actually, I had a bunch of things I wanted to talk about today. Because again, we're just randomly talking about stuff. So this is me right now talking about vacations and how much I hate them because I find them very exhausting. Hopefully this vacation won't be so bad. Because like it's just one cousin, so if she like, you know, gets all like, let's go out every day, I can just like tackle her to the ground. She's skinny and tiny. So that shouldn't be that hard, I guess. Like, stop pissing me off. So yeah, this one shouldn't be so bad, hopefully. Let's see. I'm debating whether I should take my laptop or not. Like, I don't want to leave it behind. I don't usually leave behind my laptop, so let's see. Yeah, I think I might get bored if I do, so I probably will take it with me. Because with my cousin, she does the funniest thing. So she does the funniest thing. She doesn't use her laptop to watch stuff. She doesn't watch stuff on the TV. She uses her phone, right? She has this iPhone. She uses that. And she does the funniest thing in which she doesn't have a subscription to any of the sites like Netflix and all of that. So she goes to Instagram where people upload 1-minute clips of an episode and she watches them one by one. 1-minute clips to watch a 25-minute episode. And I'm just like, God, what the hell are you doing? How do you watch something like this? It's just like a new way of being a pirate, I guess. Just upload a 1-minute clip on Insta and just vibe. I've heard of people watching movies like that on TikTok, just like 60 seconds of a movie. You just watch it video by video, like an interruption every 60 seconds. Oh wow, that's why she's choosing to struggle like that. She doesn't want to get a subscription. She asked our other cousins for their number. She had, I think one of them did give it to her for a while, but then she watches a lot of Korean dramas and they're not always on like Netflix and stuff, so she has to like find other ways to watch them. So this is like one of those ways. Because Netflix has some Korean dramas but not all of them, so that's why she chooses to watch them on Instagram, just 1 minute of each episode. Like whenever she comes over to our place, like when she stays for a few days, she does it, and I'm just like sitting beside her and just staring at her and thinking, bro, what the fuck? Why are you like this? Just watch something else. But nope, she wants to watch those K-dramas. She loves K-dramas. And because of that, she loves Korean food, even though she's never had Korean food. And I find that like that's one of the funniest things to me. I'm like, how do you love something if you've never tried? And she's always like, can we try Korean food? Can we try Korean food? And I know her very well. And I know you are not going to enjoy any of these things. I guess if it works, yeah, it works really well for her. She loves it. I think she recently discovered Dailymotion, so I guess that's something. But yeah, she keeps saying that she wants to try Korean food, but like as someone who has had Korean food, I know she's not gonna like it because like she's very, very picky about food. Like the more spicy, the better. Like if something is spicy, she will put more red chili powder in it to make it like suitable to her taste. And I know Korean food can be spicy, but then like the other flavor, she is not something that she would vibe with. But I can understand not wanting to get a subscription. Every platform I'm mooching off of someone else. So in India, I think one of the luckiest things is that if you don't have a subscription, you don't really have to pay for one, because if you have like an internet plan, you get a lot of subscriptions free with that. So we have two Wi-Fi's in my house. One of them gives you Netflix and Disney Plus, So, and the other one is recently also offering that, so it's like, yeah, I don't have to worry about that, I just have to pay my Wi-Fi bill. Hi, welcome. So yeah, that's something to be happy about. But even with that, I think the biggest, like the most annoying part of subscription is that you don't always, like the thing that you want to watch isn't always available in your country. Like in Netflix, I remember they used to have 2 seasons of Hell's Kitchen. When I was in Singapore, I watched it. I think it was season 18 and 19. And then I came to India and I was like, man, I want to watch Hell's Kitchen. I just want to see Gordon Ramsay tear into somebody. And I look it up on Netflix in India and it's not there anymore. And then Netflix like, do you want to explore titles that are similar to Hell's? I'm like, no, I don't want to do that. I want to watch Hell's Kitchen. Yeah, so it's kind of annoying because they don't have licensing. They recently took down all the Twilight movies except for Breaking Dawn Part 2. So that sucked. Your situation is the same as mine. Vacations are going to end and college will open again. I am actually going on vacation, but I hope you had fun with yours, and good luck for college. College is hell. I hated college. Whoever said that college will be like the best time of your life is a liar, and I'm about to throw hands. Like, don't test me. College is exhausting. Oh god. But yeah, subscriptions are annoying. Like recently, I was looking up where you can watch Twilight online because again, Netflix does not have it anymore. They only have Breaking Dawn Part 2. And then I looked it up online and they were like, oh, it's on Hulu. But Hulu, there is no Hulu in India. There is no Hulu here. And I'm like, I want to know where I can watch it in India. And there's just literally no option because now every place has their own subscription. There's Peacock, there's Hulu, there's Disney Plus, there's Discovery, there's Amazon. Like every freaking like company has their own subscription service, and half of them aren't even worldwide. They're only limited to the US. And then you just can't watch the stuff you want to watch. Like, hey, I would not mind paying for this stuff, but what the fuck? I'm a sailor on the seas now. VPN doesn't always work for VPN. Again, the VPN that does work, you have to pay for it, and I ain't paying for that. No, fuck that. Way too many subscriptions, and I'm not trying to buy that many. I know, right? Like I said, I am a sailor on the seas. The seas have everything I'm looking for. So, see, you forced my hand, Netflix, and all these other subscriptions. You forced my hand. It's not even about Indian spenders because, so firstly, these subscriptions do block a lot of VPNs, and the ones that do work, you have to pay in dollars, and that's very expensive. So I can't like go for that because they're like, oh, just pay like $300 for a year and you're set. Like, hell no, I'm not doing that. I ain't got $300 to spend. Yeah, so it's like, it's not viable because they don't like cater to everyone. They only cater to a US audience, and yeah, even that's one of the issues with Discord, right? Discord Nitro, if you look at it from a US standpoint, it's like Discord, like the classic one is I think $5. No, it's $4.99. It's $4.99. But if you look at it from India, it's much more expensive. Actually, hold on, let me compare. I usually pay the $4.99 because that's much cheaper. Discord India, let's see. Price. No, I don't get India Mart. Yeah, it's much because they don't have regional pricing, and so yeah, that's pretty annoying. Yeah, so $4.90 for US, it's $4.99, and for us, it's around $7.32. Oh, that's totally okay. I totally get that. Unfortunately, this is the only time I can stream because Otherwise, I don't really have a quiet background. It's very noisy where I live, so it's like totally fine. Get some rest. I hope you have a good night. Bye bye. Sleep well. But yeah. Yes, they don't. A lot of these places don't have regional pricing, so like they take a lot more money. So I can't really depend on VPNs. The disadvantages of living in third world countries. You don't have to apologize. It's totally okay. See, the most important thing is that you get proper rest. That's it. There's always gonna be a ward, and like if sometime I change my stream timings, you can always drop by and say hi. So you don't have to ever apologize. Don't worry about it. It's cool. So yeah, where was I? Hi Chai. What do you mean it's so funny to hear that from you? What are you talking about? What's so funny? My voice? Or me telling people to get rest? Hey, listen, I might sleep at odd hours, but I get my 8 hours. I swear. I do. I sleep 8 hours. I actually end up sleeping more than 8 hours sometimes. It doesn't matter what time I sleep at. What matters is I'm getting 8 hours of sleep. Don't be like me, kids. Don't be like me, please. But hi, Chai. Welcome. How are you? See, yes, you guys should be proud of me. I work hard. I sleep well. I eat all my meals. Kind of. Sometimes. It's summer. I don't get very hungry in summer. In summer, all I want to do is drink cold water and cry because it's hot. And you know, the best part of my vacation is I'm going to a place that's hotter than where I live, and it's humid as fuck. So it's gonna be so much fun. It's not going to be fun. It's gonna be horrible. I don't know why I'm doing this to myself. Honestly. I did actually pick out some places, like some restaurants that I wanted to eat at, because like I didn't hear back from my cousin about like the places that she picked out, but I'm very sure she's gonna be like, oh, this place is so aesthetically pleasing, let's go there, we'll click pictures, and I'm just gonna cry at the food and the bill. That sounds good. I'm alright, still stuck looking for jobs, but things will come around. Yeah, jobs are like, the job market nowadays sucks, because it's like companies will take months to respond to an application, but sometimes obviously they don't. Firstly, they don't tell you whether you're rejected or accepted. It's just like, yeah, we'll let you know if it works out. And like I've had this happened to me once. So my last workplace, right, I had applied to that company 5 months before they got back to me. And on their application, it said that if we think you're a suitable candidate, we'll reach out to you. So obviously, a month passed and 2, and I was like, okay, they probably rejected me because it's been 2 months. And then I forgot about it. And then one day I wake up and I see this message about an interview, and I'm like, what the fuck? When did I apply to this place? And then I had to kind of just go through all my applications on LinkedIn to find it. And it was like, oh, I applied to this place 5 months ago. So yeah, companies are like ridiculous. Yeah, I know, right? So firstly, they're not sending out rejections or acceptances on time, so you're just like hanging in limbo, wondering, am I getting the job or am I not getting the job? What's happening? Like, rejections suck. Like, when you see a rejection, it sucks, but at least that's like better than just like kind of wondering like if it's gonna happen or not, especially if like it's a job that you really, really want, because then you're like, oh my god, I just really want this job. Maybe I'll get it, and then just never hear back from them. And I've noticed like there have been cases like I am a professional, so as a professional, I use LinkedIn. And on LinkedIn, I remember seeing this post about this person ranting about how nowadays what companies will do is that they will put up a job listing, right? They'll put up a job listing, but they won't hire anyone from the applications. Instead, they'll hire somebody that that they already know and were planning to hire, but they just needed to do this job listing thing so that it doesn't look like nepotism. So I was like, oh, that's fun. Like, that's just great. Thanks, man. That's great. So yeah, companies suck. Like a few days ago, I actually got a call. I was outside with my family, and like I actually got a call, and it's even worse here where I am now. I have probably sent like 150 plus applications by now for like maybe a month, but only 3 to 7 companies have called me. Yeah, that totally happens, and it sucks. Yeah, they take a lot of time. I don't know, like maybe what like the process is and everything, but yeah, they take a lot of time, and it's really annoying. Like I remember, like I was outside with my family, and my mom was not feeling well. She was feeling really sick, so I was with her, and someone called me from this company I'd applied to again 4 months ago, and they were like, hey, we saw your application, we'd like to talk to you about it, do you have time now? And obviously I'm outside, like there's loud music playing, and my mom's not feeling well, so I said that, hey, I can't talk to you right now, is it okay for you to call me back tomorrow? And they were like, yeah, sure, that's totally fine, what time? And we settled on time, and I cut the call. Like it was like a very nice conversation, very polite. I'm not a mean person, so yeah, it was a very polite conversation, and they just never called me back. I was like, okay, like I don't know, like and then like my sister was also like, you should have picked up the phone right then and there, and you should have just talked to them. Now they're not going to call you back because the chances of them calling you back are very low. And I'm like, but that doesn't make sense, right? Why are you evaluating somebody based on whether they spoke to you the moment you called them or not? Why aren't you evaluating people based on their resume? Isn't that like more important, like the experience and stuff? And I'm kind of like glad they didn't call me back, because it kind of just shows me the kind of work environment they would have, and I don't think it's like a place I would personally vibe with. So I'm like, yeah, okay, cool, bye. Like my mom is like, oh no, they're not going to call you, what are you going to do? And I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. They're evaluating desperation. Because what they can do, like the more desperate you seem to them, the more they can like kind of lowball you when it comes to payment. Because a lot of these companies won't also list the amount of money they will pay you for the job, and if they do list it, it's always like 2 very different price ranges. So it goes from like $2,000 to $50,000, and it's like, what? Like, what are you paying me? Like, can you just like be honest about it? Like, they just don't want to tell you for some reason. They just like want to be hush hush, because like the thing is, they kind of just wanna. This is the thing with the companies, right? They cut costs like wherever they can, and one of the places they cut cost is your pay. So they will like lowball you. So I'm kind of glad they didn't call me back, because I don't know, man. It's just I know it's very like, it's not something that's easily achievable, but I would rather work at a place that actually has a good work-life balance rather than a place that speaks of it, like goes like, oh, we have work-life balance, but actually doesn't. My last workplace was like that, because like they give you loads and loads of work, but they won't pay you, because like I remember talking to them about my pay and about increasing it, and they were like, oh no, this is all we can offer you right now, it's just not possible for us, which I found very odd, because like they're like, okay, we can't pay you more than this, but we also have job applications open, and like we're onboarding new people every week. Like, how do you not have the funds to compensate your employees, but at the same time you have the funds to bring in new employees? Like, it doesn't make sense. Would you not rather like compensate your employees properly to retain them and to pay them per the amount of work they're doing, or would you rather just keep on onboarding people? And yeah, from the time I was there, I kind of realized they just wanted to onboard as many people as they could, and they would constantly talk about retaining employees, and I was like, yeah, no one's gonna stay if you don't pay them. But what do I know? I don't run a company. I'm just an employee. God, it was a playground. This is one thing about startups. Like, I don't mind startups, but yeah, they have all these promises, right? They're like, oh, oh, you'll have work-life balance, we'll give you this, we'll give you that, you'll never have to work outside of your working hours. But all of these promises are also like carefully built lies, because especially the one about, you'll never have to work outside of your work hours, because basically what they mean is, yeah, you will have to work outside of your work hours because we will give you that amount of work, but we just won't pay you for overtime, is what they're saying. Because I remember, like, with my last company, you had to edit a certain amount of words every day, but they would give you so much work, right? They would give you so much work that you would have to work more than 8 hours, right? You'll have to work more than 8 hours. And then they also have it in their contract that they do not pay for overtime, so employees are not expected to work overtime. And that if you don't finish editing that certain amount of words in that particular day, they will cut your pay. Startups have risks as well, because you don't know how stable the company will be. Yeah. I remember, like, our CFO sending out this email, like this big email about how a lot of clients have not paid them and how they trust them. That's why employee pay is also being delayed. And I'm like, okay, that's cool, but can you stop onboarding new people? Like, she sends that email, and then the next week we have like 5 more people joining the company. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. Then go, hey, banzai. Okay, hi. Companies are a lie. I mean, I know startups that are doing well. Like, there's like this game company that I really like. I like their game a lot. I play it every day. It's like very chill. I mean, I don't know how their work environment is, but it seems chill. Have you been looking for jobs as well? Yeah, I'm always looking for jobs. Again, it's like about finding that right place, right? The place where you fit. I mean, I remember this one place, their application, I had all the qualifications, I had all the experience, and then they asked me a question like, hey, what's the one thing that you love about, your work day? And I'm like, getting paid. I didn't actually say that. There was a question that they sent me, and I just said like, oh, I like making a list of all the tasks that I have to do and kind of crossing it out as I finish them, because it's like very validating for me personally. And then they were like, oh, okay, we really liked your application and we're gonna keep it on our files, but unfortunately we'll have to go with somebody else, and their like applications are still open. And I'm just like so confused that because I like doing something that validates my self-confidence, apparently I'm not a fit. I just have to edit shit, man. I don't know why you want me to have like this good, amazing team player personality as well. It's just, oh god. The requirements, the HR requirements are just absurd. It just doesn't make sense, but whatever. Have it your way. What do I know? I'm just a person with experience, and you're just a person who hasn't been able to fill that position for the past 5 months. Are you a team player? Job that doesn't require much teamwork. Yeah, I know, right? Like, it's in their job listing where I wrote this whole paragraph about how they only want to employ people who are nice. And I'm just like looking at that and thinking, wow, what the fuck? Please get a letter of recommendation from somebody who thinks you're nice. Otherwise, we just will not employ you. I'm sorry. You could have like 10 years of experience in this industry, but nope. If you're not nice, we don't want you. That's what I'm saying. Like the HR people put these ridiculous requirements, and they're just like, why can't we find somebody? Like, I wonder. Are you stupid? I remember even for the last company I worked for, they wanted me to do a test, which made sense for an editor. They wanted me to edit a test piece, and then at the end they were like, oh, can you make a video about what it means to you, what do you think the job of an editor is, like on that topic, can you please make a video and send it to us? And I'm like, why? I'm just like sitting there staring at that requirement. I'm like, why do you want me to make a video? What does that have to do with my job? Can I not type this out? Like, they're like, no, we need you to make a video, it has to be a video. And I'm just like, okay, fine, I guess I'll do it. And then later I joined the company and they're like, oh yeah, we make people do that so that we know if they're nice or not. And I was like shocked. I was like, wow, is this how we're evaluating people now? I saw this reel where someone was applying for a cashier position and the interview was like, should we hire you? And I laughed so hard when the person was like, I want to make a change by being the one in the world by being a cashier here at McDonald's. Why do you want to join our company? Because you're hiring. I had to make up some shit on the spot. I was like, oh, because like this company has everything I'm looking for, work-life balance, blah 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 blah. But in my mind I was like, because you're hiring and you pay me, that's why. The absurdity of interview questions, I swear to God. If I was an HR person, like really, this is how we're evaluating people now. Oh God. And I remember like the HR people in my last company was so ridiculous because like one time they sent out this huge like message about like communication and being respectful, and they're like, and also please note that certain employees here have an emoji that they use every day and it's their emoji, so whenever they send a message you are required to respond to that message with their given emoji. And I just stared at that message for like I think 10 minutes thinking I was having some weird fever dream, but apparently I wasn't. Apparently I was wide awake. I was wide awake. And that's what they wanted us to do. It was like I was back in school and just going through like this history chapter and just kind of memorizing things instead of learning it. So now I have to sit and memorize emojis. Because apparently it's rude if somebody sends you a message and you don't respond to that message with the B emoji because they love the B movie and now you're insulting their taste. Fucking hell. HR people, my God. Like, listen, if you're watching this and you're somebody who works for HR, no shade to you. But what the fuck? What's happening here? Welcome to the corporate world. And like some of these companies also have like this thing of toxic positivity, because like if you make a mistake, right, it's fine. Everybody makes mistakes while they're working. I work in HR, but thankfully not in recruitment. Oh no, Chai, I'm so sorry. You know what? No, I'm not sorry. What the hell, Chai? What are you doing? Why are you forcing me to memorize emojis? But yeah, like it's not even like just HR, it's just like the work environment, because like my last company had this thing like of toxic positivity. So like everything was like positive. Like, oh no, don't talk about this problem at all. No, it's fine. Let's just be positive. And I'm like, that doesn't work though, because like we had this person in my team who just was not doing their job. So obviously as editors, your job is to edit an article, like look at, like read through it, make sure like all the information is factually correct and grammatically correct, and rewrite sentences wherever it's needed. And most of all, you have to make sure that the article meets the client's requirements, because we have different clients, so different clients need different things. Some want a more technical article, some want something that's more friendly and like, you know, uses slang words and all of that. So that's your job as an editor. She would just download the article and just send it off for delivery without even looking at it. And obviously all of that, so if you don't look at it and if you don't check the article to see if it meets the client's requirements or not, or if it's actually readable, the client will send it back. And we had this happen multiple times. Like I remember reading she had the easiest code. The entire code for that was about skincare and beauty and just entertainment. Like, oh, this actor did so and so, that actress did so and so. Oh, try this new product to make your skin clear and spotless. Like this kind of nonsense. So I remember like one article being about 10 gifts you can give to your long distance partner. And the client had sent it back and I was like, okay, what's going on here? And I read through it and I realized what the writer has done, and it's not even smart, okay? What the writer has done has added 3 options. So you had, in that article it was more like a listicle. So option 1, candles, option 2, so and so, like, and 3 of those options was just skincare. And how did the writer face it? Option 3, skincare. Option 2, organic skincare. Option 3, natural skincare. And I just sat there thinking, wow, is this what we're doing now? Like, so smart. Hold on, you know what, I'm gonna just change this song because it's been playing for a while. Like, I don't know whether these like writers think we're stupid or what, but with the way my teammate was just sending off articles, I'm pretty sure the writer just thought I can write whatever the shit I want and just get away with it. Skincare, organic skincare, natural skincare. Like, oh, it couldn't be like all of it couldn't be clubbed into one topic. No, we need separate ones. I worked with idiots, man. So yeah, that happened and I read it and I was like, wow. And obviously I told my manager about it because my manager was also the COO of the company. And they were like, oh yeah, there's something we've been noticing with her work for a while. Other people have also complained. We have spoken to her about it. And I'm like, okay, this is like the 4th time she's done this. They're like, yeah, we've spoke to her about it. And that's it. I was like, oh wow, okay then. I guess that's that. She's lasted in that company for 4 months. And not once did she actually do her job properly. And she got paid. So that's that. There's also those weird practices where you can't go if the boss is still working past working hours because it's apparently rude. Okay, thankfully with me, I worked from home. So even if my boss was working, I was just like, haha, sounds like a you problem. Bye. I could leave. Because my company had like this option. You could either work from the office or you could work from home. But working from office would mean I would have to relocate to a different state, and I was like, nah, I don't want to do that. But the incentive that they had was if you worked from office, you would get paid more. Why? Because obviously the people who are working from office have to pay rent. And I'm like, oh yeah, I don't have to pay rent. I don't have bills, but sure. Let's not pay people based on the work they do and their qualifications. Let's pay them based on whether they're willing to travel to the office or not. Smart. But like one of my friends recently from the company, she started working from office and she's like, yeah, they didn't really give me a pay raise. It's just like 2K more than what I was already getting. And I was like, oh, okay. Have fun. Like they kept on asking me to work from office, like, hey, why don't you come to the office and work from here? It'd be so cool to have you here, blah blah blah. And I was like, I don't like any of you. Just having to have a conversation with you people gives me a headache. I don't want to work from office. Obviously I didn't say that, but it's just something about toxic positivity that I just don't vibe with. Because at the end of the day, you're not being honest, you're lying to people, and you're making somebody else's work harder. Oh, I only experienced the work from home setup during the pandemic, lucky you. Yeah, I mean, work from home is definitely more convenient, but when you work from home, your boss starts thinking that, oh, you're just working from home, right? Yeah, okay, I can just like overload you with stuff to do because you're working from home. Obviously, you're fully rested at all given hours of the day. Ugh. I think it's also like a matter of the company you're in, like the field actually you're in, because like my field is mostly content creation, like with editing and writing. And in this field, people will most definitely try to lowball you as much as you can. I remember like there was this job where they were like, "Oh, we loved your resume. We have so much experience and we'd love to have you come work for us. This is exactly what you have to do." And they were like, "Oh yeah, we want you to write 5 articles of 1000 words every day." That's around 5000 words. I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but listen to me, hear me out. You'll have to do the research on your own, and you'll have to work throughout the day, not just like certain given hours, but throughout the day, because we are in the entertainment business, so we have to keep on publishing things as news comes in. And you'll have to edit everything on your own. You'll have to edit, then you'll have to make pictures, like you'll have to edit pictures to go along with the article, and you have to work 6 days a week, and sometimes on Sunday as well. And I was just like, okay, when do I get a break then? You just don't. And we'll pay you, I can't exactly explain how much, because again, I'm talking in Indian rupees. Yeah, but we'll pay you the lowest possible pay. Are you in? And I was like, no, no, I'm not. And then the person kept trying to, haggle with me. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's what it felt like. Because it was like, I am selling you my services and you want those services at the lowest possible rate. Like, I told them that, like, listen, given my experience as well as the amount of work you're asking me to do, that doesn't seem viable. Like, this pay is not viable. You have to pay me more. And they're like, oh, I can go up 1K more. And I was just like, are you serious right now? Like, you're kidding me, right? And then I tried to like negotiate with them, like meet them halfway. Like, okay, how about this? I do 3 articles in a set, like given time, and I work 5 hours a day. They're like, no, we need you here 7. And I was like, 7 days? Oh, like just no breaks ever? Yeah, no. It's just, and that person still kept messaging me like, okay, how about this much? It's just the same price he offered before. And I was like, no, I'm not gonna work for you. I just left him on red. I was like, nah. God, people are so ridiculous sometimes. It's just like so shocking to me how easily they will just like try to make you like try to get people to work for them for the lowest possible rate. And I actually looked at their website, like the one that they asked me to work on, and the website was atrocious. Like, the UI was not user friendly at all, and the articles were so poorly written. It just like this person, whoever was writing them, just kind of just copy pasted the first paragraph into like all of the subheadings. Right, they copy pasted and you know what? I get it. If I was getting paid peanuts, I would do the same, because clearly nobody's checking what you're doing. You can just do whatever the fuck you want. So I guess that was a pro. God. I think sometimes I feel like these people who work in HR kind of like take advantage of the fact that there will be people who are desperate for the job, so they can offer whatever pay they want, like the lowest possible, and they will definitely find somebody. But most of the time, like, I don't know, man. I would think that as a company, you would want to have a healthy work environment that would help you retain employees, not chase them away. But you do you. What do I know? But yeah, that's it for me when it comes to job horror stories. Hi, welcome. I unfortunately cannot read that language, so I have no idea what you're saying. Let's see. Oh, hi. Okay, hi. Sorry, I had to Google that. According to Google, it's yes, I only speak English, unfortunately. I do speak Hindi, but I have a hard time reading it. But yeah, that's it for me when it comes to job horror stories. Let's move on to another topic. Unless you guys have something to share, like, oh, this happened with me. I'm always like, I love hearing about job horror stories because there are so many of them. Otherwise, I actually wanted to talk to you guys about shoujo manga. So, how was your day? My day has been kind of exhausting because I am going on vacation on Sunday, so I had a lot to prepare for. I've just been running around packing my stuff and making sure I had everything. Shoujo, yes, I want to talk about shoujo because last time during the writing stream we were talking about Vampire Night and stuff. No, we're not going to talk about Vampire Night, don't worry. That is a trauma box I am not opening, not before my vacation. But yeah, I want to talk about shoujo stuff because after that I actually started looking into other things because just nostalgia, and I was like, wow, there were so many shows, like especially shoujo wise, that we all used to watch when we were kids, and now nobody talks about them. Oh yeah, hold on 1 second. Is this good enough? I hope this is fine. Again, I can't really tell how loud it is because my headset lets me lower the voice, like lower the sound just for me. So yeah. Do you guys remember the shoujo anime called La Corda d'Oro Primo Passo? At least tell me you remember it and that wasn't some weird fever dream I had. Like, it was a story about this red-headed girl and she's in this music school and then suddenly she meets a fairy and starts oh, okay, hold on. Oh, hopefully this is better. Yeah. So yeah, I had this La Corda like flashback because I was just doing research for my Vampire Night video, which I still haven't finished, by the way. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. I have the script halfway written. I'm just like, I hate it so much. So yeah, I suddenly came across one of the openings for La Corda and I was like, oh my god, La Corda, that was a thing. I remember like them doing a season 2 for La Corda. It was called Secondo Passo and it had like 2 episodes, but then after that nothing ever happened. I was like, what the hell, where did the show go? And my friend's like, oh, they didn't do a season 2, they just did an OVA. And I was so confused because what do you mean they did an OVA? I'm pretty sure they did a season 2. Secondo Passo was a season, but they just did like 2 episodes and like decided, nah, we don't want to do more. La Corda d'Oro Secondo Passo, yeah, there we are. Secondo Passo. How many episodes did you have? I mean, if it had more than 2 episodes, then I did not see them. But yeah, they only had 2 episodes. And then they just like stopped making it. It was weird. And I don't know, it's like based on a game. I know La Corda is based on a game, but unfortunately the game was never translated to English, so I haven't been able to play it. And I did hear rumors of somebody doing a fan translation for it, but it didn't happen. Are you telling me that one of the characters in Secondo Passo was being voiced by Miyano Mamuro? What the? Are you serious? And they didn't continue it? It's so sad, the state of shoujo. They just don't continue stuff. They're just like, yeah, let's just drop it. 2 episodes is fine. Nobody wants more than that. Like, what? Complete the story, sir. But yeah, La Corda was weird. Like, how do you one day... like, okay, listen. If it was me, right? If I was in that school and this girl suddenly was like... you know, this normal as girl suddenly becomes like a violin genius, I would blame fairies. I would be like, something's not right there. She made a deal with the devil. I would be the one leading the witch hunt against her. Because especially when, like, you know, she's playing the violin and the strings break and suddenly she can't play the violin anymore, I would definitely be like, yeah, she made a deal with the devil. She is a witch. Get her. But Again, what do I know? What is this? Kiniro no Korda, Blue Sky. They made another one? Oh, but with a different girl, but guys that all look the same as the one from the main. Why not just continue with Lakorda? What am I missing here? My god. I for a very long time was like, was Segundo Paso a dream? But now I know it wasn't. Segundo Paso was a thing. It was a thing. Maybe one day, they will do a fan translation of the game and I will play it for you guys. Because I kind of want to watch, like, I thought of rewatching Lakorda just like, for that nostalgia, but then I was like, yeah, what's the point when they didn't finish the story? And there's unfortunately no manga. Considering we have legends about musicians that made a pact with the devil and suddenly became good, I'll believe it. Because technically, that's what happened in the show. Just instead of the devil, you had a fairy. And just because it's a cute little fairy doesn't mean it can't be the devil in disguise. I'm just saying. Nobody considers the possibility that the devil can shapeshift. And whoever hears this is probably gonna think like I'm just like a religious nut, and I am not. Far from that. Oh god. What else was this apart from Segundo? Madoka can relate to not trusting cute things. Yup. Cube is like, nope in the fuck out. Nope. Never make a deal with something that is cute. You're probably gonna turn into a witch and then you'll probably die. Don't do it. Life lessons with Ray. I should do a series, the do's and don'ts of a shoujo protagonist. I'm gonna do it after I come back from vacation. I have a lot of experience in my pocket. What else there was also this one anime, I can't remember its name, where this girl, she's in this school. Obviously she's in high school. More shoujo stories take place in high school, but she's like into this guy who's supposed to be in this smart class. She's like stupid, so she's in like class D or something, and the guy is in like class A or something. Probably have it wrong, but still. And she's like really into him, but nobody thinks that they could ever end up together because he's like really good looking and very smart, and even he like is very, very rude to her. But then like something happens and their families end up staying together, so they get closer and closer. I remember like he was always so horrible to her, but in the end like they ended up together, and despite being stupid, she became a nurse while he was a doctor or something like that. I don't remember the name of the anime. I just remember that Azu did a song for it called Jikan no Tomere. Yeah, Jikan no Tomere or Jikan no Tomere, something like that. I really liked that song when I was growing up. What was the name of that anime though? Can't remember, because the guy was so shitty to her for like a very, very long time, which is like, again, staple for shoujo, but still not just shoujo actually, just Wattpad in general, Wattpad and shoujo staple. He was so mean to her. He kept looking down on her and stuff, and she was just like super into him still. Like he would hurt her feelings and she'd still be into him, and I was just like, why though? Just dump his ass. What was its name? Because back then shoujo used to have like 100 episodes. Like one anime could end up having like 100 episodes or something. What was the name? Holy shit. I can't remember. Whatever. It's not like I'm gonna watch it. The description isn't standing out to me, but I feel like I know it. Yeah, I know. Wait, let me just see. I'm pretty sure if I type Jikan no Tomere, it should show up. Jikan no Tomere. Yes, it's Jikan. No, it's Jikan yo Tomere. Itazura no Kiss! Yes! Itazura no Kiss. That was the anime. Yeah, okay, I remember now. I remember there was this one really scene, like this scene where I just lost it, because it's like this guy he's like at some meeting or something, and like he has to speak in English to show just how smart he is, because like the girl's there, right? The girl is there and she listens to him speak in English and she realizes that she can't understand him and she's so stupid and everything. But here's the thing, me, who has been speaking English since the age of 5, could not understand what the fuck he was saying because his accent was so thick, and I was like, okay. Yeah, I hated that show too. I was like, why? Especially when she ends up with him, I was like so upset for her, because girl, you deserve better. There was also this one, right, Lovely Complex, where the lead girl is super tall, but the guy, like, she's into is super short, and like even he's like horrible to her a lot of the times, and I'm just like, why do you like him? Please, just because you love someone doesn't mean you have to put up with their bullshit. But what do I know? I will always preach that you have self-respect and you value yourself more than anybody else. But a lot of the shoujo back then was like this, right? The girl is considered stupid or ugly, and the guy is like super smart and good looking, and he's just horrible to the girl. And we as an audience just ate that shit up. So glad male leads like Kazehaya exist. Oh, I loved Kimi no Todoke. Like, that show made me so emotional. I remember crying so many times after watching it. And yeah, Kazehaya was great. He was so sweet. I think Kimi no Todoke was like very very apart from your usual shoujo in that sense. Kimi no Todoke, oh god. I'm not gonna break into song. No, I'm not gonna do that. Nobody needs to hear that. But god, I'm gonna probably listen to the ending, or was it the opening? Both of them actually. I used to love them. Itazura no Kiss. What else was there? Okay, I can't remember anything else. Pretty sure I know any something else, but I can't, like, it's not coming to my head right now. There's also this manga, I'm pretty sure they made an anime of it too, where both like the male lead and the female lead were named Tsubaki, and it had some messed up shit because like the male lead was like super popular, and like the girls who liked him would try and harass the female lead. They almost got her sexually assaulted for him, which was like really messed up. What was it? Tsubaki? Let's see. I'm pretty sure there's like a YouTube AMV for these guys that I can come across. Tsubaki x Tsubaki. Ah, knew it. Found it. No, wait. No, this is something else. Who is Hibino? Who's Kyota? Kyo koi wa wo hajimemasu. Yes, I think this was the one. Kyo koi wa hajimemasu. Let's see. Google, what do you have for me? Kyo koi wa hajimemasu. Yep. It's a Japanese. Okay. Hibino Tsubaki is a shy, kind, and slightly old-fashioned girl who has always been the top student in her class. She always did everything her parents wanted her to. She loved to do other girls' hair in trendy and cute styles, despite always wearing plain braids herself. On the first day of high school, at the opening ceremony, she is astonished to see the top student giving the opening speech is not only somebody else, but also the rudest boy she has ever seen. This delinquent turns out to be her new classmate, Kyota Tsubaki. Hello, hi, we're talking about shoujo manga. Kyota teases Hibino, drawing attention to their similar last name. The two are both top of their class, but are different in every other way. Even though it seems that they cannot stand each other, fate has something else in store for them. Of course it does. Kyokai wa Hajimemasu was like the beginning of the she's not like other girls trope. Kyokai wa Hajime Masu walked so the not like other girls trope could run. Man. But this manga had some messed up shit though. There was so many messed up things and I was just like, why? Like, what high school student is doing this? Okay, I didn't exactly think that when I read it because I was a kid back then, and like when I saw it I was like, oh my god, schools in Japan are hardcore, like what is happening? My 13-year-old self reading this like intense bullying scene and thinking, I'm so glad I go to an all-girls school and there are no guys around. Fortunately or unfortunately, did not read this one. I would say fortunately. There was a thing with shoujo, right? They would have all of these messed up topics just like inserted into them so slyly, and you wouldn't think twice about it back then. And now when you think about it, you're like, oh man, that was messed up. Why'd they do that? Because in shoujo you would always, like most shoujo manga back then, would always have this one particular scene where the main lead almost gets assaulted by a group of guys that was sent after her by her love rival. And I was always like, man, why would you? What is this? Why is this always there? And obviously she would always be saved by the by the guy. He'll just come running in and he'd be like, no, she's mine or whatever. Or by the second lead. Like, it could go either way. But yeah. This was the one. What else was there? My favorite shoujo manga right now is Gekken's Shoujo no Zakigu. I love that shit. Hana Yori Dango, which turned into, oh fuck that, Boys Over Flowers sucks. I hate it. I'm sorry. Give me a minute. I could not stand that. Because I remember saying, like, at that time I had just like gotten into K-dramas, and like someone was like, oh, Boys Over Flowers is actually a manga, and I was like, okay, let me read it. And I read it. It was the worst shit ever. Like, the manga is actually much more messed up than the show is, and then they made an anime of it, but the anime is like about dancers, and I'm like, what the fuck? But I hate Boys Over Flowers. I know it's like a staple in K-dramas. Like, I've seen people just talk about it and like this amazing thing, like it's the best thing they've ever seen, and that anybody who watches K-dramas has to watch Boys Over Flowers or whatever. I hated it. I hated my experience with Boys Over Flowers, the K-drama and the manga. Would not ever recommend. Like, back then, I think one of the other tropes that was like really famous was that whole trope of the girl pretending to be a boy to go to an all-boys school. Because I remember like there was this manga in which this girl goes to, she like really likes this one particular athlete, and he gets injured, so she pretends to be a boy and goes to his school to get close to him, which, not gonna lie, stalker much. But yeah, they made a K-drama of it as well. People suggested so much, and I'm just, how about we choose better? Yeah, how about we choose better shows? Why does it always have to be Boys Over Flowers, huh? Fuck Boys Over Flowers. It sucks. But yeah, I remember that. I remember this, like, God, I can't remember the name of the manga or the K-drama. But this guy from SHINee, Minho, was the main lead in that. His acting was not great. Like, I love Minho, but his acting was not great. They even had like a Japanese version of it as well. Like, they made a Japanese live action version, they made a Korean live action version, and then a manga. They never made an anime. Hello, welcome back. What was it called? God, how do you even Google this? Stalker girl goes to all boys school to get close to athlete. Anime name. It was something flowers as well, I think. I'm actually typing stalker girl goes to all boys school. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get like a bunch of manga when I type that. A girl in all boys school, chapter 19, Wattpad. No thank you. Okay, no. My god, I remember there's like a basketball version of this as well. And no, I'm not talking about Maid-sama. Maid-sama was awesome and I love Maid-sama more than I should have. Usui used to be my crush. I was like, oh my god, Usui is like the best ever. No, this is okay. I don't think I'm gonna find it. I'm ever gonna find it. Gaku and Handsome is a parody of Shonen Ayan. Oh my god, what the hell is this? Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna find it, unfortunately. I'll have to do like a deep search. God, they used to be so famous. I can like remember 2 stories where the girl pretended to be a boy to go to a boys school, but yeah, I was one of those that didn't like Usui too much. Man, I loved Usui. Like Usui appeared on the screen and my inner fangirl just screeched like a pterodactyl. I loved him so much. I still do. I know like a lot of people find Maid-sama nowadays problematic, and I'm like, if you think Maid-sama is problematic, then boy, you have not you do not want to see old school shoujo. Oh, God. I think the funniest part of Maid-sama was the fact that Usui turned out to be royalty, and I was like, wait, what? That one came out of nowhere. I was like, what the fuck is happening? Oh god. Like, I know that show is filled with unrealistic things, but the whole idea, oh, Usui is actually royalty. He's like from a royal noble family in London, and I'm just like, what? London? Really? Oh my god. Shoujo manga is amazing, man. I mean, I may sound like somebody who's making fun of it, but I love shoujo manga. Because it really brings something new. Inuyasha doesn't count as shoujo, right? Inuyasha counts as shonen. Let me drink some water. My mouth is so dry. This is also your reminder to hydrate. Please drink some water. Okay, listen. I said I would only talk about shoujo, but this has been on my mind for years. And when I say years, I mean years. Okay? Just listen. I know Inuyasha and Kagume's love story is supposed to be one that transcends time and everything. But am I the only one who thought that Kagome deserved better? Like, I will explain. Inuyasha was all about Kikyo. And when she came back to life, he was still all about Kikyo. He was all like, Kikyo. And it was like, okay, but bro, chill. She does not want to be with you. She wants to kill your ass. But he was all about her. And he only let her go after she died again. Right? She dies again and then he lets her go. And then he gets with Kagome. And I know they had scenes before that, but it always felt like Kagome was like a second option to Inuyasha, so I kind of did not vibe with them ending together. Like Hyoga, I think his name from the dog demon, Hyoga, I think his name was. He was more dedicated to Kagome than Inuyasha ever was. Yeah, this has been on my mind for years. Especially when I see people talking about Inuyasha and they talk about how much they love Kagome and Inuyasha together, and I'm like, no. That's not an example of love story. I'm sorry. It's just not. How do Miroko, I think his name was, and Sango have a more, like, a better love story than Inuyasha and Kagome? Not the only one. Kagome only really felt like a replacement for Kikyo, so I never. Yeah, exactly. And not just that, I think the whole messed up thing for me was the fact that not only did she end up with somebody who only considered her like a second option, but she also had to leave her family behind to be with Inuyasha. Because when she goes through the well, like finally goes through the well, she can never come back. So I thought that was really messed up. And I'm sorry, this might be spoilers for Yashahime, so if you wanna watch it, mute this this for a bit, I guess. We'll let you know in chat when we're done. But in Yashahime, it kind of reveals that she was also separated from her child. She never got to bring up her own daughter. Like, she was separated and sealed away, and she only saw her daughter after her daughter was like a teenager, which I thought was really messed up. Like, let Kagome have good things, please. Has she not suffered enough? What was the other shoujo? Always loved Cardcaptor Sakura, but you know what? It's more like Cardcaptor Sakura is more like for kids and more fun, I guess. Though the topics it touched on was not very like. Actually, no, kids should see Cardcaptor Sakura. It was great. What was that show? Trying to remember its name. I'm blanking again. Also, I'm just looking at like normal high school shoujo and not like magical shoujo, even though Lacorda would be considered magical kind of, but not really. But yeah. Oh, okay, let's look at magical shoujo. Because this just came to my mind. There was this one Kamigami no Asobi, where this girl, she finds herself in like an alternate universe where her classmates are gods. And these are gods from like different pantheons. Love some Cardcaptor, and Clear Card arc is coming back soon. Oh, I haven't seen Clear Card yet. I've only seen like 2 episodes of it. I have to like catch up with that as well. The hot guy? What hot guy? There are a lot of hot guys, so you can't just say hot guy and expect me to know. But yeah, Kami no Asobi, in which Apollo was like the main male lead, and I was like, yeah, of course it's Apollo. Why wouldn't it be Apollo? just a Greek mythology joke. Sorry, I couldn't only imagine the transformation scene. I also loved the way they gave all of these Greek gods like full name. Which never made sense to me. I'm like, where did you get this name from? Apollo Agnabelia. And I'm like, where the hell did the Agnabelia come from? Gods with surnames. I don't know why I find this so funny. It's not. I just have a weird sense of humor, I guess. Anubis's surname is Mart. Who did this? Oh my god, mythology nerds assemble. Oh my god. Okay, let me explain why Anubis's surname is so funny. Mart. If you Google Mart is the name of a goddess. And for some reason, Anubis's surname, I don't know why. Why did they do that? Oh god. Why did these characters... Firstly, I never understood... I can't remember why they were in why these gods were in high school. Why did they have to have surnames? Why couldn't they just be Loki and Thor? Like, even I think Marvel did a better job of giving them a surname, because it was like Thor, Odin's son, because he is Thor, the son of Odin. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm sorry. It was just... I saw all of this when I was a kid and I didn't know anything about mythology. Apollo's surname should be Apollo, Zeus' son. And that makes sense regionally. What? God, this lag is horrible. I don't know what you're talking about. Takeru? Who is Takeru? Oh, Susano. Okay. Why was Susano called Takeru in this show? I never understood. Is that like a different name for Susano, or did they just give him a random ass name? Yeah, even Odin's and Thor's name, that's how they actually would name him. Okay. Yeah, in this anime, for some reason, Tsukiyomi and Susanoo were given different names, Takeru and Tsukito, which I didn't get why. Oh my god. Anime just has no fear whatsoever, right? They just go there. They're like, your god is now our Ikimen. Deal with it. I think Fate Grand Order is like the biggest example of that. Your god is now our Ikimen. Said a lot of things in my life, never thought I would be saying something like that, but it is what it is. Okay, let's look at a list of old school shoujo. 10 most notable shoujo anime classics from the 90s. Okay, screen rant, let's see. Aim for the Ace. I've never heard of that. Magic Knight. Okay, heard of that. Onisama E. Not the kind of one, shoujo I'm looking for. Oh my god! Oh, there was this, what was this name? There was this anime. It wasn't like romantic. It was shoujo. It wasn't romantic. But, what? LMAO, FGO, your gods, your legends, your historical figures are now Ikimen and hot women. Exactly. Anime has no fear. Wait. God, there was this one anime. It wasn't romance centered. It was definitely shoujo, where it was centered around an all-girls school, and oh my god, and all the girls had a name related to a flower, and then they would look after the senior girls would look after the junior girls and take one each of them would get one girl as kind of like an apprentice or something. God, what was its name? I used to watch it with so much dedication. I did not understand the dedication I had came from the fact that I am very gay. I was like, wow, women and friendship. I want friends like that. God, what was its name? Oh damn. All girls school shoujo. It was like a Christian school as well. Shoujo. Anime that takes place in all girls school. Nope. Shoujo Kageki. Nope. Citrus. Nope. This is not. Nope. We're not talking about citrus today. Strawberry Panic. Wait, is this the one? Strawberry Panic, let me see. It doesn't seem like the one. Let's see. Strawberry Panic. Are you the one that I'm looking for? You're going to have to narrow that down. There's so many. I can only tell you what I remember. I mean, it didn't have anything as romantic or anything, but it did focus a lot on like female relationships and all of that. No, I don't think this is the one that I'm looking for. And all of the girls had names related, like they had their real name, but they all were also called name related to flowers, like given their position in the school. Oh, found it. It's called Maria Watches Over Us. Maria Watches Over Us. Yes, this is the one. Maria Samaga Miteru. When Yumi Fukuzawa entered the Lillian Girls Academy, a prestigious all-girls Catholic school in Tokyo, she never imagined she would catch the eye of the beautiful and demure Sachiko Ugasawara, one of the school's most popular students. Now Sachiko has offered to be Yumi's Sor, her sister, and guide her for all the years at the academy. Yeah, this is the one. Yes, they become sisters. Sisters. There's nothing gay about that at all. Like, I'm sorry, you can like I don't know, like when I see this, when I like think of this show, the first thought that comes to my mind is lesbians. Oh, I had to look that up. This has been in my plan to watch for years, but sounds like I should give it a try soon. It's very like slice of life and stuff, and like they like present it in a very oh no, we're just friends, but I see through your lies. Oh god. Oh my god, K-On was wild. I'm not gonna say more than that. Historical friends. And history will say that they were best friends for life. Let's see, what else? Okay, Screen Rant, you have let me down. Let's see, what's the 17 best all-girls school manga series to read? Wait, no, I'm on the wrong thing. Let's see, there is... just want like a list of shoujo, okay? You know, let's go with just a list. Yes, Kaichawa, Maid-sama, Oren, Koku House Club. We don't talk about Oren High School Host Club. I'm sorry. That anime is such a letdown. The manga is so much better. Read the manga. It's amazing. Kimi ni Todoke, yes, loved it. Oh, Haru Ride. I would not call that old school as such. It was 2014, so no. We're going for something that's older than 2014. Banana Fish. Why is Banana Fish shoujo? In what sense, sir? Oh my god, Hotarubi no Mori was like, oh god, that made me cry. I cried at the ending. That was not deserved. Why would you do that to me? Why can't people just have a happily ever after? Fruits Basket, obviously loved Fruits Basket. Would not recommend the old anime. Would recommend reading the manga though. The manga is amazing. I don't know how the new anime is doing because again, I have not seen, I saw one season of it, not very sure about how it's going though. Tsukite Inayo! Oh my god, Tsukite Inayo! Yeah, I remember that one. Where the girl looks very simple and everything. Again, very, like, it had a pretty classic story, I think. Friends will only let you down. That is the sad truth Mei Tachibana lives with ever since she was wrongfully blamed for the death of a class pet by her so-called friends in grade school. Since then, she has stayed away from people in order to avoid ever being hurt again. However, Mei's life begins to change drastically when a misunderstanding in high school causes her to encounter the popular student Yamato Kurosawa. Yamato finds her intriguing and insists on being her friend, even though Mei wants nothing to do with him. But when a dangerous situation ends with Yamato kissing Mei to save her from the unwanted attention of a stalker, Mei begins to develop feelings for him. Of course she does. On the heels of her discovery that their feelings are mutual, they start dating and she gains not only a boyfriend but friends as well. This one had messed up shit. I don't remember. The new anime is good and follow the manga to the end. Oh, that's great. That's good. That's good. Oh my god, Nana. Man, I love Nana. Like that. Like this is such a Nana is such a complex story. I mean, it hurts. Like, it made me cry. I love Nana. It was so good. I'm so sad that it kind of never continued on. I think the mangaka's, like, health has not been good for a very long time. But seriously, Nana is amazing. Hachi is an idiot. I can't stand Hachi. She makes the stupidest decisions sometimes. Okay, what's this? Lovely complex. We talked about that. I've been trying to watch Natsume Yujincho for a very long time. I just can never find a place to see it at. Watashi ga motette dosanda. Kiss him, not me, yeah. No, we're not talking about... We're talking about old school anime. Old school. Let's see. Kami-sama Hajime Mashita 2015, no. Oh my god, do you guys remember Special A? It was this show about this group of this one class that is like set apart from everybody else because they're so like super smart and super strong and super athletic, just like great at everything that other people aren't. Yeah. Read the manga. Like the manga has so much content which the anime just like was like, nah, we don't need this, we just need your name, thank you very much. Though in the anime they have this whole one particular episode that's all about this race which is so funny. But read the manga. In the manga the characters also look much better. K in the manga looks so good. Oh my god, I really love that. It's one of the few anime started the manga before the anime. I saw the anime first. I didn't like the ending as such, but then I found out there's a manga. I read the manga and I realized the ending is much different. So yeah, manga. Always. I've noticed like this with anime, like they tend to really cut down a lot. So I would always recommend reading the manga. Diabolic Lovers, no thank you. Itazura no Kiss. Skip Beat. Oh god, I remember Skip Beat. Skip Beat is wild as fuck. Like Kyoko is like like she's an unstoppable force of nature and I love Kyoko. Skip Beat was my manga. What? So for a minute I was like, Sue wrote Skip Beat? What? But man, I love Skip Beat. Unfortunately, like the manga hasn't been updated in a very long time. But I read the whole like thing. I just love Skip Beat so much, especially Kyoko. Like she's so awesome. Oh god, what else is there? Bokura ga ita. I feel like I should know that, but I don't. Oh my god, Shugochara. I wish I managed to plan that story out, but I remember how much I loved that one. I love Skip Beat, it's so good. But Shugochara, oh my god, Shugochara. Oh god. The first time I discovered Shugochara, I was like 12 years old. And me and my friends used to pretend that we had our own charas. It was stupid. It was so much fun. The funniest thing about Shugochara has such main character syndrome because Amo would just keep on getting new charas all the time. Oh, here's a new one, here's another one, here's another one, have them all. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Let's. All the kids have an egg in their heart. Yes, every kid gets one egg except for Amo. Amo is special. Amo gets all the eggs. Your egg is now Amo's. But hey guys, let's talk about this one. You guys remember brothers conflict? It's like it's like the creators were like, okay, how do we take the step sibling genre from you know what hub and turn it into a shoujo? Oh no. Oh yes. Brothers conflict was something, alright. Again, this one is also adapted from a game, but like 13 siblings? Good god, man. That poor vagina. Oh my god, I have one sibling who drives me insane. I can't imagine having 13. It did always feel bad for the redhead, because imagine you're like really into this girl and one day she moves into your house as your sister. Like, good god, man. This story was really out there. 13 brothers, 13 out of which 3 are triplets. I think the worst part about the game is the fact that not only does the youngest brother have a storyline, the squirrel has a storyline where it turns human. I was like, why is this needed? Why would you do that? They made another anime with that plot with the girl he was dating became his stepsister. Why? Why the squirrel though? I think nothing beats the squirrel having its own route where it turns into a human being. Synonyms: Brocon. Of course it's called Brocon. Oh my god. Bye Shoujo Senshi Sailor Moon. Diabolic lovers, more blood, no thank you. What was it called? I think it was called Honey and Clover. Do you remember Honey and Clover? I used to love Honey and Clover. It was one of my favorite shows to watch as a kid. I guess Honey and Clover is like less like shoujo and it's more slice of life. What else? Okay, listen, this is not shoujo, but every time I talk about the show, people tend to like be like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about, I've never seen the show, never heard of it and everything. But I love that mangaka swear at Honey and Clover and their other series, Sangatsu. I might check the manga out. I've only seen the show. But okay, this is not a shoujo show, but I used to watch it a lot, like when I was a kid. And like every time I talk about it to people, they're like, "Oh no, it doesn't exist. There was no show like that." And I was like, "No, I'm pretty sure there was. You're lying to me." So there was this one show about these kids who enroll into a school where they want to be detectives and would be trained to be detectives. I think it was called Detective School or something like that. Detective School Q, yes, it does exist. And like each episode was like its own mystery. There was this one guy with the black hair who was the main lead. There was this one pink-haired girl who had like a photographic memory. And there was this one guy with silver hair who had some connections to the crime world or something like that. So yeah, Detective School Q. And Q, they were it's called Detective School Q because that was their class. Q, because they were like exceptional, all of them. And everybody was super jealous of them, and they were the only ones who kind of went around solving different mysteries. Please tell me you guys know what this is. Because so for some reason, I'm the only one who's seen this anime. I can't find anybody else who's seen it. But it does exist. Google says it does, so I'm gonna believe Google. And finally, put my theories that this was all a fever dream to rest. read the manga now that I know it exists. Oh, thank God. As long as you know it exists, I'm fine with that. I used to love Detective School Q. Okay, let's see. What else? Hiro no Kakera. This was like this fantasy show. It kind of it kind of felt like very derivative of Fushigi no Yugi. Fushigi no Yugi? What are you called? Fushigi Yugi, I think. Fushigi Yugi was wild. I loved Fushigi Yugi. I mean, it did have some messed up stuff happening in it, but oh god, Fushigi Yugi. What was that guy's name? Tomoharu or something? Tomahome, oh god. We used to have such a crush on Tomahome. Oh, Tomahome. Oh my god. I think they even had another part to it, but just never got animated. Oh my god, Hiro no Kakera, I love the opening of the anime. Don't remember the show, but the opening was... Oh yeah, I know the opening. I have it on my phone. I used to I listen to it all the time. Yeah, I think the author also did who did Fushigi Yugi Genbu Kaiden, Fushigi Yugi Ceres, Celestial Legend. I've read this manga, Ayashi no Ceres, which was kind of messed up now that I think about it. Ceres was a Tenyo, celestial maiden who came down from the heavens to bathe in a stream. She hung a Hagorome robe on a tree nearby, which was her key to returning to the heaven, but the robe was stolen. The man who had stolen it forced her to become his wife, thus producing a family full of human and Tenyo blood mixed. Now in modern day time, Aya Mikage is a descendant of Ceres and has quite an amount of Tenyo blood. On her 16th birthday, she and her twin brother Aki are thrown a party. At the party, Aya's grandpa plans to kill her, for she has Tenyo powers unlike the rest of the family and can actually become Ceres herself and destroy the Mikage family. Aya, however, can switch back, so this transformation happens quite frequently. With protector Yuhi by her side, it is up to Aya to control Ceres and keep her from coming back, but her relationship with an ex-worker for her evil grandpa may be a distraction. Yeah, I remember this. And then her brother turns out to be evil because he also has Ceres blood or something like that. There's a lot of stuff happening in this show. Oh my god. Oh my god, oh no. Yeah, this had some messed up stuff happening in it. Even, I'm not surprised it's from the creator of Fushigi Yugi, considering all the stuff happening there. Might just end up reading it again though. I just like going down memory lane and just talking about it. Okay, there was also this other shoujo. Okay, I remember it very clearly. I don't remember it clearly, but I read the manga because my friend owned some of them. And in the manga, this girl, she encountered these two boys, and the boys' names are Zero and Ichi. And basically, all the other characters that they introduce after that are also have a number name. What the hell was it called? Lollipop, I think. Yeah. It was called Lollipop something. Mamotte Lollipop or something? Mamotte Lollipop. Yes, I am right. I clicked enter too soon. Mamotte. Yes, Nina accidentally swallows a crystal pearl that she thought was candy that came with her cake. Yeah, even I haven't seen the anime. I just read the manga. Not all of it though. For some reason, the protagonist in anime like this usually turn out to be super stupid. Super might be rude, but it's true. Nina, thinking it was a lolly, swallows an object called crystal ball, but the candy turns out to be a test for the magicians. To retrieve the crystal, a special medicine has to be made, so now Zero and Ichi, the magicians, have to protect her from others while waiting for the medicine to be completed. So she can't just process it through her body, it just has to be a medicine. Okay. Amotte lollipop, my god. Because Zero is always so mean. Like, for some reason, their definition of yandere, like, not yandere, my god. I didn't say that. I mean, their definition of tsundere always turns out to be, like, super mean for some reason. I don't know why, but it just does. And on the other hand, you have this other character who's, like, super sweet, but the girl never ends up with the sweet one. No, she always ends up with the meanie. And I don't vibe with that. Girls, treat yourself better. Don't go for the meanie. Go for the one who's nice to you. Oh my god, sundares are annoying as fuck. If I ever end up with a tsundere, I give you all permission to beat me up. Please don't beat me up. I am delicate. Oh my god. What else was there? Momotte lollipop. Hiro no Kakera. There was Full Moon wo Sagashite, but I only heard the songs. I actually never watched it. I found the description of it to be too sad, so I was like, nah, I'm not watching that. Oh my god! Uragiri wa boku no namae wo shitteru. You don't know what I just said. There was this anime, it's called Betrayal Knows My Name. Holy shit, I used to love this. I used to watch it so religiously, and I read the manga so religiously, but then never completed it. I was so upset. I used to love that because because of that, this particular show, I was obsessed with the name Luca for so long. Uragiri wa boku no namae wo shitteru. The way I can just pronounce, like, say that. You said that so fast, I was amazed. That just shows my dedication to the show. It's just, like, I didn't even see the name. Like, I'm looking through a list of shoujo. I didn't even see the name. I just saw the picture, like, the picture for the anime, and it just came to me. Muscle memory. Oh god, like, that name is so emo. Betrayal Knows My Name. I used to watch so many AMVs for this. I even made AMVs for it. Growing up as an orphan, Yuki Sakurai questions his reason for living and ability to see a person's painful memory by simply touching them. After receiving an anonymous note telling him to die, Yuki is unable to shake off the nagging feeling forming inside of him. Unbeknownst to him, he is being watched, both by people who want to harm him and those who want to protect him. One foggy night, Yuki's life is saved by a beautiful man with silver eyes and jet black hair. A man he has never met before yet seems familiar. With the arrival of this mysterious stranger, Yuki's forgotten past has been awakened and the purpose of his existence has appeared before him. Uragiri wa boku no namae wa shitteru tells the story of a teenage boy as he discovers who he is and where he comes from, all while making friends, experiencing betrayal, and slowly piecing together the puzzle of his past. God, I used to love this. Unfortunately, they never finished it. I mean, I have to check again with the manga because it was incomplete. Like, I remember in the manga, so one of the leads' name is Luca, the guy with the silver eyes and black hair. So in the manga, halfway through, they suddenly introduced this guy, not even halfway through, nearing the end, they just introduced this guy who's supposed to be like Luca's twin brother, and just there was no update after that, and I was like, what the fuck do you mean he has a twin brother? Man, it's not even shoujo though, this is BL. What the hell? What the hell's BL doing in my shoujo? Ugh. Most BLs are shoujos. I mean, oh god, I have so many tabs open. Oh, there was also this one. I remember the English name. It was like Color Cloud Palace or something like that. Yeah, Color Cloud Palace. That's what it was called when it aired on Animax. God, I used to love watching Color Cloud Palace as well. The prince, like the emperor, was an idiot. What was it? Shureko, the daughter of a noble yet impoverished family, is a clever young lady who dreams of becoming a government official and contributing towards her country. However, her dream is out of her reach as such a position is forbidden to women. While her father works a low-wage job as an archivist at the palace, Shure has to juggle odd jobs to make ends meet. Then one day an unexpected visit changes her life. Shure is called to assist Ryuki Shi, the new emperor who is known for slacking on his duties and preferring the company of men. Tempted by the generous compensation, she readily accepts the chance to become the young emperor's consort for 6 months. Luckily, she is not alone as Ser and Shi, her trusty friends, join her as Ryuki's bodyguard. While tasked with transforming the new emperor into a reasonable ruler, court life and politics prove troublesome as Shure faces the challenges of her new life. Yep, the emperor was stupid as fuck in this. I used to love Color Cloud Palace though. God. And finally, Gaku and Alice. Or Alice Academy. Like, the anime did not do justice to the story because the way it actually ends is so sad. Like, not sad as such, but it's kind of happy but also kind of sad. Gaku and Alice. You were something alright. Wait, Sign Coco? That's the first time I've heard it as Color Cloud Palace. I mean, yeah, so when it used to come on Animax, it used to be called Color Cloud Palace, so that's how I remember the name. Because I think that's one of the translations for it, if I'm not mistaken. Hold on, let me reopen that tab. Sign Coco Monogatari. Yeah, its synonyms are the Tale of Sign Country, Story of the Land of Many Colored Clouds, Kokomono, Saimono, Color Cloud Palace. I think I have reached my shoujo limit. There were like so many other manga I've read, but then at like one point I kind of just stopped reading shoujo because I was like, I just moved on to shonen after that. I was like, yeah, let's go, power of friendship. But yeah, I think we should wrap things around here because I have decided, like, once I come back from vacation, I will start making more like reviews and stuff kind of videos about old school anime that I used to watch. That's where I want to start, and then we can move into the newer stuff. But there's already so many people talk about the new stuff, you know. I want to talk about La Corda Doro Primo Passo. Just anything to have a reason to rewatch this shit. But yeah, that is it for today. Thank you guys so much for joining me for this stream. I'm so sorry I just went on these rants about these shows I used to watch. It's just like memories coming back, you know. As I said before, I am going on vacation on the 25th. I will be back by the 3rd. So I'll update you guys about like the schedule and when I start streaming after that. Until then, thank you so much for joining me today. Bye bye.